Well, happy April, everyone. Welcome to your week in review from ClarkCountyToday.com. I'm your host, Chris Brown. Well, this week we took a two-part look at the pros and cons of the battleground school bond. The district is putting it back on the ballot April 24th after the nearly $225 million bond failed by just 220 votes last February. Supporters say overcrowding, especially at schools in the southern part of the district, is at critical levels, but critics question the district's method of calculating future growth and say the bond is more than what's actually needed. Be sure to check out both pieces for the full story. We also caught up with Vancouver resident Josephine Funes Wenzel, a former detective now on a personal quest to solve the murder of her own daughter. Wenzel traveled to San Diego and Phoenix this week to assist law enforcement officials trying to catch up with Raymond R.J. McLeod. They believe McLeod strangled Crystal Mitchell to death while she was visiting a friend in San Diego in June of 2016. Friends believe Mitchell may have been trying to break up with McLeod. Mitchell, a graduate of Mountain View High School, had been living in Phoenix. McLeod was spotted in Belize in December 2016 and Guatemala in February of last year. He is still believed to be hiding out south of the U.S. border. And on Friday, Clark County Today editor Ken Vance offered his weekly editorial addressing the lack of awareness Clark County residents seem to have about transportation issues impacting their quality of life. Vance offered information from some recent meetings held in Clark County that have continued the conversation about transportation congestion issues, and also shared information about two upcoming opportunities for area residents to obtain more information about what elected officials and transportation leaders have in mind. We also took you on a tour of the new 30,000 square foot meeting and entertainment center at A Casino Resort. The venue is expected to draw more concerts and conventions to the casino near the center. It was also the first time the Cowlitz tribe's flag was raised on their tribal land in 160 years. On Friday, we heard from Clark County Emergency Management and the Weather Service as they gear up for a possibly major spring storm on Saturday. Heavy rains and winds up to 50 miles an hour could bring down trees and knock out power around the area. Speaking of this weekend, Vietnam and Vietnam-era veterans from Southwest Washington are invited to attend a ceremony in their honor Saturday at Vancouver Mall. The event begins at 1 p.m. on the first floor near Starbucks. Organizers have promised to give a public salute to the men and women who served. Well, that's just a small sample of the stories you'll find at ClarkCountyToday.com. We're already hard at work on stories for next week. Check back for an exclusive interview with Vancouver Mayor Anne McInerney-Ogle, as well as an update on what's happening along Vancouver's new waterfront development. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Send any story ideas you have to news@ClarkCountyToday.com. You'd be surprised how many of the stories you read start with a tip from somebody just like you. Well, last but very much not least, we're excited to announce that ClarkCountyToday.com is growing. Watch for editor Ken Vance's announcement next week and immediate contributions from this multi-award winning local journalist. Clark County's news source with integrity is just getting bigger and better, and we're very excited for you to see what we have in store. Well, that's your week in review from ClarkCountyToday.com. I'm your host, Chris Brown. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.